Good morning. Hi, I'm Cheryl Woodard. I'm broadcasting today from the Ecumenical Buddhist Society here in Little Rock, but I'm here for you today. And I thought we could do one of my favorite meditations. It's called Calm Abiding. And I'll talk about it for a second and then we'll do it together. And so there, I hope this is helpful to you. Let me start by saying, if we are all honest about why we meditate, I think the truth is that we're hoping to change ourselves somehow, to improve on the current model, if you will, and someone we like better than who we are right now. Maybe we want to be less angry or worried, more kind and patient, or just more peaceful. And certainly in these challenging times, we need all the help we can get, and we are being pressed as hard as we can be pressed. So, everyone's feeling like, I can't handle this, I need to do something better. The Buddhist teachers always offer the same advice about these self-improvement ambitions. They tell us basically to give them up. We want to give up any ambitions about meditation or even about a spiritual path. Why? Why would they say that? Especially being Buddhist teachers and spiritual guides. Because so long as we are striving to be something else, we are not relating with what we already are. And according to the Buddha, we are already perfect. Even in our confusion and our pain, even with all the things that we feel are wrong about us, that we don't like, we are already perfectly wonderful according to the Buddha. There is joy, there is love, there is beauty, there's all kinds of magical wonder in the world that we typically ignore because we're busy, so engaged in the pursuit of something better. So the image that the Buddhist teachers use is a jewel. We are like a beautiful, perfect jewel. Maybe you're a ruby or a sapphire, maybe you're a diamond, maybe you're an emerald, but you're a jewel, perfectly formed, fantastic jewel. You're just covered with dust. Our pain, our confusion, all of our suffering is like mud or dirt covering up this impeccable jewel that is inside of us. And the work of a meditation process, the process of meditation, the whole work of a spiritual path is uncovering the jewel that's in there. So letting go of the habits, the strategies, the tactics, all the things we've learned wrong, the confusion that we have, letting all of that go, letting it all wash away, so that our jewel-like nature can emerge. So instead of trying to change ourselves, the Buddhist teachers always talk about being kind to ourselves. Like a mother with a child. When a child is upset or has a problem, the mother does not try to change the child. The mother doesn't jump in and say, I'm getting rid of this child, I'm getting a better child. This child is not the right one. This child is broken. No, instead, a mother leans in and listens carefully so she can understand, where is this child coming from? What is troubling this child? And that very act of being present with the child, of listening, opening to the child's needs allows the child to settle down, allows the child to become clear and to soften and to express the wondrousness that is actually inside of them. So it's a process of putting aside our other concerns and activities, creating a private space of safety and full attention, and then listening carefully. And that's what we can do with ourselves. That's what we are doing with ourselves when we sit down in meditation. And then it's also a practice of being curious. Because if you are perfect inside, if there is all this amazing energy and wisdom and love and compassion already inside of you, buried under the dirt, wouldn't you want to know about it? Wouldn't you want to find out what it looks like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? So when we sit in meditation, there's this openness, but there's active curiosity. And it's an impartial, generous, kind curiosity. It's not a like, oh no, what else am I going to have to fix about myself sort of curiosity. It's a simple, like, oh look, I feel this way because I'm sad. I'm sad about the babies in Ukraine that are getting bombed right now, or I'm sad, about the nurses who are working on the front lines of COVID still after all this time, or I'm upset at my partner for not listening to me the right way. Whatever it is. How can we help ourselves unless we know what's going on? And that's the whole of it, of meditation actually. Kindness, openness, curiosity. Who knows what that will lead to? But that's the idea. So this morning, this meditation that we're going to do is called Calm Abiding. Kind of describes the process. And it has 3 parts. First we settle. Settling is very helpful for everything, but especially if your emotions are all stirred up. If you think about turbulent water, there's all this debris and mud and stuff in the water, but if the water settles, then everything gets clearer. And so settling is very important. And if you can do nothing else during your day, during difficult times, if you can just settle yourself, you will be more well equipped. You will have more options. You will be stronger and braver and calmer. So the first part is settling, and we use our bodies to settle because our bodies are pretty good at settling. And then we open, and we soften, and that's because as we walk around in this world battered by everything that's going on around us, we tend to get tight and hard and stiff. And so we use our breathing to gently soften and open ourselves. Let go of that protective gear, the armor, and soften a little bit and open a little bit. And that's also, when we use the breathing, it synchronizes a little bit our turbulent minds and emotions with our settled body. So it helps to settle the mind with the settled body. And finally, we look. That's the third part of the meditation. Settling, opening, and then looking. Sometimes this looking is called resting because it's so gentle. It's like watching clouds in the sky. You're not watching so that you can jump in and do something or judge whether this cloud is better than that cloud, or whether you accept this cloud but not that cloud. Whatever comes up, we're just letting it float by, or like leaves on the surface of a river or a stream flowing by. We're just looking at what's around us, what's inside of us and what's around us. We're just looking in the most gentle way. And that's the whole process. It's hard to sustain it because we get distracted very easily. So as you're sitting there and you're settling and looking, something comes along and you get carried away. And when that happens, you just come back to your body, start over, come back to your body, you connect with your breathing, and you look. So, okay, let's try it. I'm going to try to turn the camera towards this Buddha that I've set up here. I'm actually in our bookstore today instead of the main meditation room because there's people sitting in there. It's so exciting after 2 years. Anyway, so I'm going to turn this towards the Buddha so you look at him instead of me, but I'll still be here. I'll guide you through it, and then I'll come back at the end. Okay, so here's Mr. Buddha, and I'm still here. So now, make sure that you're seated in a relaxed but upright posture. In the Zen tradition, they call it a ready posture. Ready. It's relaxed, it's secure, but it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. So feel that you're fully supported in your seat. Let your weight sink into the seat beneath you. And then allow your spine to be long and free from the bottom of your spine, the base of your spine, all the way up to the base of your skull. Feel the width of your shoulders, the length of your arms stretching down from your shoulders to your fingertips. Notice your face. If there's any tension in your face around your eyes or your jaw or your mouth, you can just let that tension go. Nobody is looking at you right now, and your face can be off duty, so to speak. Let your eyes gaze out softly toward the empty space in front of you. And for a moment, notice the space around you, the space that you're occupying right now. What is the light? What is the temperature? What do you hear? Are you comfortable? Are you safe? Can you relax? Can you open in this space? Now, bring your attention to your body. Bring your attention to your breath as it moves your body. We all feel our breath in different ways. Sometimes people notice they're breathing around their nose and their mouth, and sometimes they feel it in their chest. Sometimes it's in your belly. For this meditation exercise, I encourage you to notice the breath deep in your body, to breathe deeply into your belly and feel the breath opening your belly and then contracting your belly as the breath goes back out. So I'm going to ask you to pay special attention to the out-breath because, like I said, this breathing exercise is a little bit about opening and creating more space and connecting with the space around you. So we're going to do that by picturing in your mind's eye, your out-breath is a little longer than your in-breath. And you breathe out, and you can picture that out-breath going way out into outer space, carrying away with it everything that your body doesn't need right now. And then after an out-breath, there's always another in-breath. And so you breathe in, and you can bring into you, as you're breathing in, picture that you're breathing in all the nourishment that you need: oxygen, energy, warmth, You can even picture it bringing sunlight, even though there's not much sunlight today. But everything that the world has to give you is coming in with your in-breath. And as you breathe out, your body is letting go of everything it doesn't need. So let's do that a couple of times. I'll let you do it at your own pace. But we breathe in, draw in deeply into your belly. And then as you breathe out, sort of feel like you're making a little sigh. I'm going to ring my gong now. And as you listen to the sound of the gong disappearing into space, try this breathing at your own pace. Breathe deeply in and breathe out. Let go. In and out. Remember, if you get distracted or you forget what you're doing or you get sleepy or whatever, just come back to your body, check your body, make sure that no tension has crept in and taken over, and take another breath. One of my favorite Zen teachers said that the thoughts that come to us in meditation are like visitors knocking on the front door. And he said the way to handle them is to open the door, say hello, maybe even invite them into the house, but then open your back door and invite them to leave again. You don't sit them down and offer them tea. You just let them come in, let them go through, and let them go out. It's very gentle. There's nothing wrong with thinking and having emotions and having distractions. That's what we do. We have active minds. As long as we're alive, there's going to be activity inside of us. So just open your doors so they don't get stuck. Let them come in the front and go out the back. This is the resting and looking part of the meditation. Watch the coming and going of the thoughts and emotions, like clouds in the sky. They are no problem. They don't hurt you. Just see if you can be curious and compassionate and kind to yourself at the same time. The Buddha said that as human beings, we are born with certain qualities. These are qualities that we carry with us from one lifetime to another. They are so basic to our nature. And they are compassion. We are hardwired to care about other people. And if you think about it, when you walk into a room full of peaceful people, you sort of automatically calm down. That's why we like to meditate together. So there's compassion. And there's also wisdom. There's also a great deal of insight and clarity. We can know what's going on. We can see and understand. But then on top of that is this dust, this confusion, these bad habits we've picked up along the way of judging ourselves and judging other people, of being at war with ourselves, of not accepting, wanting more, striving, climbing, fixing, repairing, improving, and just, it's exhausting. It takes up all of our energy. And basically, according to the Buddha, we waste our lives going like that. But it isn't necessary. And we are very smart, and we learn. We learned how to speak languages. We learned how to walk. We learned how to balance a checkbook. We learned how to bake a pie. We learned how to use the damned internet and Zoom. We can learn to be calm and abide peacefully. We just have to practice. So again, it's very simple, 3 parts. Always come back to these 3 steps. Settle your body. Open with your breath. Let your breath open you and soften you. Melt away your hardness with your breath. And then relax and look peacefully and kindly at what is going on inside of you. Open the front door, invite in the guests, and then escort them out the back door. But there's no tension. There's no fight. There's just movement, gracefulness, peacefulness, kindness. This is our inherent human nature, our birthright. And we can train to live fully within this state of mind, within this state of being. There's no good meditation or bad meditation. Because just sitting here, giving it the space and the time and the attention, that's it. And whatever happens within that is exactly what needed to happen. Nothing is right or wrong. And in fact, people who meditate a lot will tell you that the benefits, the consequences of meditation happen much later in your life during the day. As you're walking around in the world, you find that you have changed, that you have settled, you have opened, and you have more peace. That just comes. But the meditation itself might feel actually quite agitated. And that's okay. Just again, invite in the agitation. escort it through your house and out the back door. It does not have to linger. And as you walk through your house with this agitation hand in hand, you just get a little flavor of what it looks like. Where is it coming from? Like, what is disturbing this child? But there's no need to change anything or fix anything. You can just look and see. And you can always go back to the breath. Maybe over the course of our visit here this morning, you will find that your body has settled, your breathing has deepened and slowed down, and your mind too has settled a little bit, maybe. So I'm going to ring the gong one last time, and then I'll come back and talk to you. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you're safe and healthy and happy. I look forward to meeting you someday and seeing you in person, and I wish you in the meantime all the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.